Okay, good evening everyone. Sorry it took me some time to record the video for the mindful exercises. Has been busy schedule for the last couple of days. I'm only doing one today. I'll be doing the remaining tomorrow when I will get more time. Okay, so let's take a look. So I am not going to go through the question. You should be reading that. I just will directly go into the solution. Okay. So first, according to the task A, they want you to format all the data in option 1 and option 2 by showing negative signs and percentages, etc. Okay, and then in the long-term investment appraisal, they wanted you to calculate the NPV for both the options. Okay, so let's change the formatting first. So option 1, capital outlay is a money going out, so just include a minus sign on that. Sales and disposal proceeds or incomes, so positive. And again, your operating cost is a cost, so should be a minus sign in front of that. Again, they want you to the percentage signs they want to include as percentage, so that's 4 divided by 100, and then you can convert that into percentage. 2 divided by 100, and then you can convert that into percentage. Okay, so first convert all the currency values into the currency with no decimal places. Okay, so right click, format cells, currency, and no decimal places, and then convert the two percentages into the percentage. You can either do it from here or you can do it from right click, format cells, that's up to you. Apply the same formatting in the option 2 also. So first capital outlay minus, then yearly cost also minus, increase on the sales percentage, so 4 divided by 100, increase in the cost 2.5%, so 2.5 divided by 100, and convert these two into percentages, and convert all the costs into currency. So currency and no decimal places. Okay, so everything has been done. Now we need to do the long-term investment appraisal for this. Okay, irrespective of what they have given you in the question, once you know how to do your NPV and IRR, just follow with that. You don't have to read each and every individual task in order to do that. So long-term investment appraisal, first we need the capital cost. Now the first we are doing for option 1, capital cost for option 1 is 60,000, but that is including VAT. So take the cost and then remove the VAT from that by dividing by 6. So that will give you 50,000. Disposal proceeds will always be in the last year, so that is 1,000. Always link to the values. Sales in the first year is 33,600, but from there onwards it's going to increase by 4%, as you can see. So if you go back to option 1, you can see percentage increase in sales year on year is 4%. So you can use this figure here to calculate, equal to your first original figure plus the original open bracket, the original figure multiplied by 4%. Make sure you put the 4% in absolute referencing so that you can copy paste the formula into the next paragraphs. Oops, sorry, something got deleted over there. Let me try that again. C6 multiplied by 4%, absolute referencing, and close bracket. And then carry this calculation into up to the year 5. Then put the operating cost. Operating cost in the first year is 300, and you can see that it is increasing by 2% every year, so use the same formula again. So this one plus the same figure multiplied by 2%. Put this in absolute referencing and calculate the value for the remaining cells. Once you do that, you can calculate the net cash flow. Net cash flow, you can just take a sum. Here there are only two values, but after that there is a disposal proceeds. So just to ensure, I am using all the three cells to calculate my sum for the net cash flow. Do for the first one and continue the calculation up to the last cell. Then we need the PV factors. I'm just a bit worried about this calculation. It doesn't look very right. Let me just check that once. So equal to 33,600 plus 33,600 times 4%, and 4% in absolute referencing. Okay, we got the net cash flow now. Copy the PV factor. According to the question, you can see they have given you the cost of capital is 12%. So we use the PV factors for 12%. So there are 5 years, so copy up to 5. So Control C and paste values in here, and make sure you format it to up to 3 decimal places. Then calculate the discounted cash flow, which is for the first one is capital outlay multiplied by the PV factor, whereas for the next ones it will be the net cash flow multiplied by the PV factors. Do this calculation for all the other three cells. Last, you need to calculate the net present value, which is the capital inlay plus the sum of all the remaining discounted cash flow from year 1 to year 5. That is giving you 79,000 something. Just make sure all the currencies are formatted so that there are no decimal places. Okay, so currency 0. I did not read the question, so if you want you can use a pound sign. If you don't want, you can remove the pound sign. Okay, do the same for these values also. I did it twice because I don't want to change the PV factors into currency and remove the decimal places. So that's 79,495, which is your net present value for the option 1, which is costing you 50,000. Do the option 2 now in the same format. So option 2, the cost is 45,000, again VAT inclusive, so minus option 2 divided by 6. And disposal proceeds is only up to year 4 life for this one. Sorry, this figure should be here. Disposal proceeds in the year 4 is 800. Operating sales in the first year is 25,200, and they're increasing by 4% just like before. So equal to 25,200 plus open bracket 25,200 times the increase percentage, which again over here is also 4. Put this in absolute referencing, close bracket. Calculate the same for up to the remaining 3 years also. Then get the operating cost. Operating cost for the first year is 250, and they're increasing by 250%. So equal to 250 plus 250 multiplied by 2.5%, absolute referencing, close bracket, and copy paste this to the remaining cells. Get the net cash flow, which is a sum of all of these three, auto sum, and then do that for all the remaining calculations. Copy paste your PV factors again, still 12%, but this time you only need for up to 4 years. Control C paste values, format it to 3 decimal places, number formatting please, not currency formatting, not this one, sorry, we don't need any formatting here, just number but no decimal places. If you want we can leave that one also, it won't make any difference. Discounted cash flow 37,500 times the discounted factor. For the remaining years, net cash flow multiplied by the PV factor. Do the calculation up to the end. Calculate the net present value, which is a capital outlay, plus the sum of all your positive cash flows for all the years, which will give you an answer of 43,030. Make sure you round up all the currency figures. So format cells, currency and no decimal places. Format cells, currency and no decimal places. Okay, so that's your net present value done. Now using these figures you also need to calculate your payback. So year 0 cash flow, you can refer to the same information from this sheet, you don't have to go back again to the original one. 50,000. Year 1 they want you to copy paste link, so don't just copy and paste link over here for the net cash values, not the discounted values. So Control C and paste link after reaching here. Next one, Control C and paste link. You can see if you can transpose or do something else rather than doing one by one. I tried that but it was not allowing me. Control C and paste link. 2 more years. Control C, paste link. Last year, Control C and paste link. Once you do that, oops, that's very high. Control C and paste link. Okay. Cumulative cash flow for the first figure, it will be the same as 50,000. From the second year, that will be cumulative cash flow plus the net cash flow from that year, and then you can drag the formula up to the end. You can see the cash flow has become negative to positive in year 1. Calculate the months now. Just so that to avoid the minus sign, first use a minus figure and then do the cumulative cash flow of year 1 divided by the cash flow of year 2 multiplied by 12. It is months, so you need to use a round function. Okay, so you can do round up and 0 decimal places. So that means you only want to show one figure because we can't have 9.1 month, 9.2 month. So we should get only one answer. So it is 1.6 months. Do the same for the next one also. Cash flow equal to 37,500. Then the remaining copy and paste link. Let me try if I can do all of them together. So Control C, paste special. I want to paste transpose paste link. No, that is not working. transpose, and then paste link option is not coming, so I don't have any other option rather than doing it one by one. Okay, so first one is 24,950, so Control C, paste link, next copy, paste link, copy, paste link, then the last one, copy and paste link. Okay, then calculate the cumulative cash flow. You can again see became positive between first and the second year, so 1 year equal to round function first minus open bracket again 12,500 divided by 25,952 times 12 comma 0 to say that there should not be any decimal places. So that is also 1 year and 6 months. Okay, so we calculated both the NPV and the payback. Let's see what else they need to do. So that completes your task A and task B. Okay, now they want you to check something in task C. Add headings option 1 and option 2 in B48 and C48. So option 1 and option 2 in B48 and C48. So that's here. Option 1 and option 2. And they want you to check payback versus project length. That is, they want you to see if the project length and payback is less than the 3.33% or something. Let's read the task. Having looked at the results for the appraisal so far, Tim has decided it would be preferable for the project to pay for itself within the first third of the overall project. Third is 33.33%. Okay. So write formulas to calculate payback period as a percentage. So we want to calculate the payback period as a percentage. Is it fulfilling 33.33% or not? So payback for option 1 was 1.5 year and their total life is 5 years. So you can directly put 5 or you can refer to the 5 years in the payback method over here. It will give you 30%, I think. Next one also is 1.5. 1 year 6 months is 1.5 months, so that's why I'm using 1.5 divided by the project length is 4 years. And then once you get the answer, you convert them into percentage. Okay, so one is fulfilled within 30% of the life and the other one is taking 37 points. So it is not within the third of the life of the project, it's more than that. So that's part C. Let's look at the part D. They want you to go to K3 and L3 to see which project is acceptable and which project is not acceptable. Okay, so I'm not reading all the questions step by step, but I'm just showing you what we need to do. So option 1, sorry, am I in 3? They want you to do in K3. Okay, option 1 and option 2. They want you to fit the size, but they want the column width to be same. So just when you're dragging them, see, you can see that 62 pixels over there. Just drag it up to 100 pixels for both of them so that it will be of uniform size. Or else you can set the column width also directly. Okay, so that's 100 pixels and that one is also 100 pixels. Okay, you can do that, or else you can go to you can go to format, column width, and you can say default width and you put 100 for both the cells, so that way they're of uniform size. and here they want to write NPV, then payback, and then IRR and something else. So they want to check using if statement equal to formulas logical if. In Payback you accept if the project is positive. So if B11 is greater than 0, you can say it is acceptable. Otherwise it is not acceptable. Do the same for option 2 also, equal to logical if B21 is greater than 0, then say it is acceptable, or else not acceptable. Payback, let's check the condition. What do they want? If both NPVs are either, comment is either B11 or B21, indicating which is whether payback is within the first third. So they are not looking at the actual payback period, they are saying if it is within the first third. So equal to logical if, look at that calculation which we have done. So this one is 30%. So select this one. If it is less than 33.33%, that means the project is acceptable. Otherwise it is not acceptable. Again the same thing, equal to logical if C49 is less than 33.33%, that means it is within the third life. So that is acceptable. If not, it is not acceptable. And say okay, and you can saying acceptable. Did I do something wrong? I think here. %. Forgot the percentage sign. Here also 33.33%. IRR, their IRR rate is 15%. If you can see somewhere here, they might have given you. Yes, IRR is set at 15%. But our cost of capital is 12%. So at a lower rate, if it is 0, if the net present value is greater than 0, that means it's a good, acceptable. So over here, equal to logical if is greater than 0, then not B12, it's B11. If, then acceptable. If not, not acceptable. Okay, do the same for the other one. Logical if is greater than 0, acceptable. Otherwise not acceptable. Now they want to use a COUNTIF function to see which of them has more acceptable reasons and which of them has less. The one with the highest accept reasons will be the one project which will be used. So in K8 and L8 you want to use COUNTIF function. Okay, so let's take a look at that. So K8 is here, equal to logical insert function. Search for the function first, COUNTIF. So there is your countif function. So countif, the range is these 3 cells. So criteria, what we are looking is where it says acceptable. So it is telling 3 cells are acceptable. Next one, do the same logical insert function, countif, criteria. Again, criteria is acceptable. Make sure the spellings are right. And it says 2. So because 3 accept reasons are under option 1, the project which will be approved will be this one. So just highlight that cell in green color. So that is your classroom synoptic practice 1. Okay, so I am uploading the answer and the video link. I'll attach the answer to your email IDs and I'll put the video link on the YouTube. I will do the remaining tasks for tomorrow. Okay, thank you everyone.